Hi, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a monthly based reading on my water signs. So gonna get a broad scope of what you need to be aware about for this month, how you'll be looking, and yeah. Whoa, sorry, flying everywhere. Alright, so what came flying out was student and prostitute. Light attribute for student: humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. Shadow attributes: arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Prostitute says, accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. Shadow attribute places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. So there seems to be a feel here of like being in a low place or a humble starting place in order to enact some kind of sure-footedness, decisive action in your material world, but with servant being at the bottom. Light attribute: delight in serving others with a free and loving heart, using lack of money as an excuse to not move forward with life. It just seems as though you're being called to just ground yourself in whatever you've been starting out, square one. So whether you actually are a student or you're just starting out with like a new venture, a new job, there's a sense like you need to be having some kind of openness and awareness to you where you're trying to see matters through other perspectives, trying to gain a sense of how other people think on things, what they did to get there or to do this, and seeing the possibilities within that, and like trusting yourself and your guidance on like your inner self, like your inner world, what sparks the sense of like who you are, what you value, and something about your spirit and staying true to who you are. I don't know what I'm getting at, but like humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. So not thinking that, you know, learning ever stops, not thinking that there's a point where, okay, I reached an epitome of I'm intellectual, I'm knowledgeable, and okay, but like there's more to be known. And I feel like you're gonna understand more the nature of the divine in yourself and in others, and that's gonna help release you from outmoded beliefs or negative thought patterns by seeing things in different light, grounding yourself. I feel like you're being called to like spend more time in nature or just understanding more meaning beyond things of using money clearly as an excuse to like not move forward with your life. Maybe you feel like you don't have enough to reach some kind of pinnacle of success and you have to compromise yourself to lead some kind of abundant life that you perceive is for you, but is compromising your inner spirit or the power of your spirit. Something about like meeting the challenge of surviving, going about things your own way and seeing things in clear light, seeing above the obstacles or the limitations that try to oppose you and you being that light for others. Give me a more clarified sense of what do water signs have to be aware about for the month of March. But you're definitely going to have, like, if you stay true to the course of whatever you started or whatever information that you're seeking out, if you stay true to, like, your intentions, your motivations for using this newfound knowledge and wisdom and putting that into action instead of just hoarding knowledge and not doing anything with it because you're using something as an excuse to not move forward with an idea or invest further into erase that thought. Arrogance and the pursuit of destructive knowledge. Unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Not all I heard was like talk is cheap. So like being about the action this month. But like reevaluating your resources, which was at the bottom of the deck here. What came out was 8th house. So like something about other people's resources and your own. You could be married and there's something within like the will of your spouse. You could be a widow, with the 8th house being an issue of like life or death, resurrection, taboo things that are hidden, the mysteries of life, other people's resources like taxes and stuff, getting and using power, the mysteries of life, a major change. So there's definitely going to be a change, a shakeup coming in the month of March, something with like a new windfall of money. Hey, okay. So whatever ideas that have been accumulating for you, like you're trying to see beyond some kind of a hardship or limiting situation that you're currently in, possibly in the month of February, that you've been going through, trying to enact some kind of change by putting your best foot forward, but then there seems to be a sense that you have to feel like you're compromising yourself by trying to seek help from elsewhere instead of feeling like, I don't know where I was going with that, but humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. And it seems like there's just more yet to come, but you're just being called to be more patient, to get what you want and need out of these situations that are calling you to feel like there is reason for you to not feel like you're confident, to feel free to move forward because there's some limiting thought patterns or something that you're trying to release in the month of March, whether it comes to like outmoded beliefs or certain people around you or certain things around you that need to be put to an end or to fall by the wayside so that you can I don't know. Let me gain some more clarifiers because this is getting really general. Something about you've been loyal and remaining pretty consistent. Eighth house, Scorpio energy. There is a sense of like you going through your own inner rebirth too. I'm feeling like that of like reevaluating your values, your beliefs. Clarify what is my water signs to be aware about for the month of March. What do they need to hear when it comes to these messages, Holy Spirit? 6 of coins and the 9 of coins at the bottom of the deck. And my brain feels like really foggy right now. So It may feel like you have like no sense of control about where your resources are coming from or when your resources will align up for you to feel confident taking sure actions in your life. Maybe you feel like your responsibilities, your dues are like a constant factor in your mind, or you're just constantly focused on meeting certain deadlines, reaching certain milestones, or a sense of personal fulfillment or personal development within yourself, but wanting to also serve and give to others at the same time. But there is a sense of having to wait and reevaluate before you're able to get what you need out of these certain situations, or to feel like you have the resources necessary to go beyond the limitation of your thoughts, because it seems like you have everything that you need. And it may be like, this is like the two-way flow of abundance. This is being charitable, being giving, like equal give and take. So there's a sense of like never feeling a sense of lack, or you're having a sense of, I'm hearing world go round by No Doubt. We gotta find another way to make the world go round. Yeah, find another way. Money, 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 world, something. I have to look at the lyrics of that, but I'm gonna link it in the description. There could be like a lyric in that. There is a sense of like, maybe your relationship with money is clearly a complex one, but even when you do go through hard times, you know how to ground yourself and know that like knowledge and wisdom, humility is priceless. It goes more farther than gold. Like it goes, what am I trying to say? Like it's better in value, like matters of the spirit, of like your mind, humility, devotion to knowledge, wisdom. That's like priceless than any materialistic thing on this earth that's like tangible, is what I'm trying to say. Things that's frivolous and insignificant, though it is what we need to like meet our dues, our responsibilities, and to overall live and sustain ourselves. But it's knowing where that help comes from, knowing that you'll be well provided for. Just be open to your new ideas and think about that, like write them down. Don't limit yourself from the downloads that you do receive by staying trapped in outmoded beliefs and outdated thought patterns where you're not seeing things clearly. There's a sense of like abundancy around you, where your head could be down in a book, you don't really see it quite clearly, but like, look, there's money all around you. Maybe you may not feel like that's not in your cards right now. Maybe your bank account is looking kind of low, but it just seems like you have to be inventive. You have to be open to stir up the situation by reevaluating your spiritual values and being patient about when things come into the material world. Like when things come, like I've been feeling this myself, like things, I'm like applying myself, I'm putting the action in, but then things just seem like not to come fast enough, or like things are just feeling not settled. That feeling of like, okay, there's still a lot on my shoulders. There's like a lot I want to take care of, I'm going to do now, but there's a matter of like resources at hand that you have to take into account and be responsible and wise about here. It could possibly just be like you wondering how you're going to afford like your education, or overall your life expenses or your business or your your lively needs, just basic necessities. And it just seems like you have to have some sense of hope and faith that, I don't know, even though you'll be put in some kind of humbling situations where you have to help others, possibly others who are supposedly in a level of hierarchy higher than you, because with the Six of Coins, someone who has something to give is giving it to someone who is in need. So there is a sense of hierarchy of someone who is more empowered. And then eventually when they give, now that person has what they don't have anymore. And so in turn, you'll feel like they have to give back, and then it'll be that ping pong feel. But it always starts with someone feeling like they're higher above with the Six of Coins. Like, what am I trying to say? Like more, I don't know, I can't think of the word, but like prominent, more successful in terms of like status and wealth. Yeah, it seems like you may be put in like humbling positions, but still there's power within that, because what's behind that is guide. And I feel like you're able to transform your base motives and your goals into golden wisdom, because you go within and seek that guidance when things feel a little unsure and you can't see clearly through the darkness. With the owl being here in the picture, like they're nocturnal. They can see in the night. They can turn their head all kinds of ways, twist it up, and see all sides of the matter. See beyond the forest for the trees. Like, beyond any confusion of your perceived limitations. Going within, you can seek all the right answers, even though you're being put in these humbling places. Like, your goals and your motives, they're going to translate and transform based on some kind of knowledge or wisdom that you're picking up, instead of misusing your power and your knowledge from your spiritual practice. It seems like you're balancing out your material world and your spiritual world, and knowing how to live out that your spiritual being, your spiritual essence, your spiritual values in this material world. And I feel like you're going to be probably tested, because right now it could feel like you're in a sense of lack. And you're feeling called to make some kind of daring, risky decision, trying to trust your intuition. But I feel like you have the transformative ability based on your motives and your goals. Like, you have that ability to really flip a situation on its head, even though things may seem, I feel like if you're patient, at the end of the day, in the month of March, you're gonna get what you need. You're gonna have the resources necessary in order to move forward with your like creations, with your life, with your goals, with your ambitions. There's not gonna be this sense of limitation, because you're freeing yourself from negative thought patterns. You're freeing yourself from outmoded beliefs. My God, are you guys rich? King of Coins, the Moon, and the Ace of Cups. So for the month of March, with those coming out together, and then the Chariot at the bottom, y'all, something about your social sphere too. Like, you're gonna be a great benefit to others. You're gonna help also free others from these outmoded beliefs by you shedding that light of like, okay, I'll overcome my obstacles by some rocks. I'm acting like Kodak with a song, Testimony by Kodak. If you know, you know. But basically, yeah, he said, I'm God sent. I know I'm God sent. I swear for God. Okay. Yeah. It's like knowing where your help comes from. Knowing, like being sure beyond like the confusion of things, the unsureness. You may be feeling like trapped in fear sometimes because things aren't coming together as quick enough as you would have hoped to, like, or you would think, by you trying to, there's going to be some kind of an unexpected change that you don't see coming. There's called to like ground yourself. There's a call to ground yourself in your emotions and your feelings. So that's through like, okay, giving energy back into yourself if you ever was extending too much, over giving, because you're clearly someone who will be masterful in your material world, ability to manifest your hopes and dreams and desires and really feel fulfilled in all things in the material realm, whether it comes to your career, your health, your your home life or something. Yeah. There's a sense that you're gonna have some new creative beginning, a new opportunity, or you're just gonna feel more open to share and express some kind of creation or love, something that you've been really contemplative over that's been confounding you, or that you were unsure about because of some kind of overwhelming, deep, profound emotion. But it seems like with you tying back into like grounding yourself, who you are, your values, understanding more about like yourself, going within, is gonna help you be able to like places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. It seems like understanding why you're even doing this, understanding your goals, your motives, like why you're going after these things to accumulate some kind of success within yourself. Why are you going after this? Understanding like, okay, I feel this is right. Chariot is a Cancer card, which ties into the moon and the Ace of Cups feelings. So I'm just feeling like with this being at the bottom of the deck, something you have to express to some kind of feminine being within a social group, that, or something about being in your regal feminine power of feeling a sense of abundance within you, never feeling like a sense of lack. Or maybe there is a sense of maybe you're gonna be pregnant. Take it as it resonates. I don't like doing health-based conscious type stuff. Like I don't like talking about health when it comes to this, because but like I see it here because King of Coins being like concerned with all things material, that's including your personal health and well-being, like along with your resources and stuff. Maybe there is a fear of like places material considerations and security above self-empowerment, places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight, imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. It seems like you're going to, despite the limitations that you're perceiving, I feel like it's all disillusions and you're trying to ground yourself into reality of what actually is and what could be, while still going about ways of trying to be wise in your moves and taking actual sure-footed action in the material world. Something about giving, though, too. Using other people's resources, delight in serving others with a free and loving heart, using lack of money as an excuse to not move forward with life. You're not lacking. So I feel like there's so much here for you to do. Like, success here is in your cards for the month of March. If you just, despite the odds, bolster your way towards your goals and your ambitions and feel sure-footed in that, because this is like with a swiftness. Because you feel like you have all the resources necessary in order to try to enact some kind of justice or, help liberating others, having respect for others, being someone with a free and loving heart. There is a call for you, like, to trust your intuition, especially when others doubt you, when things aren't looking so great, or you can't really see the full scope of the matter. There's a matter of, like, trusting your heart here, or trusting your gut feeling when it comes to matters of making moves in the material world, because you're not lacking. That's for sure. It's just a call for you to seek some kind of boost in yourself, like feeling empowered to make some kind of change and not feeling fearful in that, and some kind of new beginning. Tell me more about this new beginning that you're trying to bolster your way towards with a successful outcome in mind for the month of March. From our water signs, Holy Spirit. Yeah, I was getting a sense of, like, a community here. So imparting some kind of spiritual insight that you received and sharing that into some group sphere or someone who is like a kindred to you. It could be with the Knave of Cups, some kind of shot in the dark. This is my when pigs will fly. So, like, it could, them will never happen, but if you believe enough, something magical, something serendipitous, or something that you can't believe, like a miracle, will happen. So, like, having a sense of joyful optimism, there's a sense of celebration, something like good times in the month of March. It is like y'all birthdays, so I do see here you're definitely gonna be looking good, looking pretty successful in yourself, and the feelings here are like tenfold, and these are a lot of intuitive cards that are coming out here straight off the gate. And then the 8th house being like the hidden things that you don't see coming, major changes. And so you're definitely going through a big major change in the month of March, whether that be someone coming in or out of your life, or you coming in and stirring up a situation with your new inventive ways of being, or being able to see the possibility in things where others don't, where others doubt you. 5 of Cups. It could be something about like healing some kind of grief or heartache when it comes to something of the past, disappointments of the past. 8 of Cups that you walked away from. Queen of Cups. We have a pair. Okay, so, okay, this is quite obvious now. Let me take this in. So, there is a sense that you've been taking in some kind of information, trying to read up and look into something further. And it's a matter of like transformation here. The feminine energy here or the masculine energy could have been going through their own inner transformation, freeing themselves from outmoded beliefs and negative thought patterns, while also grounding themselves in the feelings they feel for the other person, and looking back on the past with all that is said and done, all that has happened, and thinking like, what now when I still feel this love and admiration for this person? It just seems like this could have been something that was, you know, it was a seed planted here, but then as time progressed, there was a lack of effort, or someone walked away, released themselves from the situation because there was some kind of sadness. 5 of Cups being 3 cups that spilled over, but there's 2 cups behind this grieving, dark, looming figure who is only looking at the pain, possibly caused by some kind of outside interference, third party, and thinking about that while there's still this other soul connection behind them that they're not fully acknowledging or trying to do anything about because they're just wallowing in some kind of grief or regret or disappointment. I want to get my playing card deck, but it's whatever. We're already like 30 minutes in, because I wanted to get like an overall clarifier on this even more, but I feel like this is all very telling anyway. Something that someone's been holding back with the Strength card, but there's a sense of like someone's trying to persevere. They're trying to persevere. I'm hearing Keep Holding On by Avril Lavigne, because you know we're gonna make it through. There's nothing you can do, nothing you can say. So there is something about like all is said and done, now what? And this seems like a shot in the dark. Maybe there's a lyric in there, because I can't even think of the song right now, but now it's just like really loud in my head. So someone could be wanting to return back to you, or you be wanting to return back to them, because there's still a sense of like attraction despite the conflict and the grievances of the past, whatever disappointments that there could have been, or despite the fears that this masculine figure could have, there's still an immense attraction for this Queen of Coins figure, someone who is very healing and nurturing in their presence and abundant in themselves, going through a lot of evolutions within herself. You don't have to take it for gender's sake, so just take it as energy, with the whole feminine and masculine energy. But I feel like the masculine has been like incorporating more feminine energy, trying to be more in their feminine side of evaluating what they feel for the other party. And I feel like there's a heavy spiritual connection here where someone has perceived some insights. And there is a matter of someone possibly have been betrayed or feeling iced out, or like someone turned their back on them. Some kind of betrayal by misusing confidences or loss of personal identity. Maybe someone needs to find themselves and stay true to their character. Someone that someone can rely on and count on to, you know, be there for them. Someone who won't wound them more, and someone who is worthy, like, I don't, everyone is worthy of forgiveness. That's very nuanced, but there is a thought that, like, you know, especially in certain religions, that the price has already been paid for, as long as you just do good, live good, love each other, and just do right, then all should be well. Like you're worthy of like redemption And there seems to be a sense of like some kind of shadow attribute of blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resist moving on through forgiveness. So there is a sense that someone here has moved on, walked away, released the situation that was disappointing, and now it's that sense of forgiveness because they remained true to themselves. They were loyal to themselves, remained in integrity, basically held some sense of tenacity or unselfishness, while someone, like there was a sense of power imbalance or like a hierarchy in a matter where, and it's gonna matter like someone probably didn't see things clearly, or there was a matter of confusion when it came to this masculine figure, when it came to their feelings, or they were afraid to express the intensity, the abundance of their feelings of wanting to have some kind of new beginning despite the disappointments in the past. Oh Lord. Ooh, I'm burping. Okay. Anything else? Definitely like wanted to communicate to you. These are both communication cards. 3 of Cups stems from like communication, some kind of community with kindreds, or just a kindred, someone who you feel close and like in a way that's like a intimate bond, someone who's like relatable to, or someone who you can level yourself with. Like we can be one and the same. Like there's a sense of I'm with you. I don't feel like I'm better than you, or like I have to put you down to feel that way. There's a sense of like I'm with you, I'm here with you. Like siblings, or like a very close friend. This is my card of like soulmates too, like the 2 of Cups, but like more of so of like we're all in this together. Tell me about it so I can level myself with you. And this is like also in the tarot community, this is definitely the amends card, wanting forgiveness. Forgiveness is definitely a play here. Someone wanting to apologize, or to just be more lighthearted in a situation where it seems like there's just a lot of intensity with the 8th house energy and the moon, the 5 of Cups, the 8 of Cups. It's just a sense of like deep regret, longing, and remorse over like what has changed, or the distance between the 2, King of Coins and the Queen of Coins. There is a sense that this has been a long time coming, but something is trying to be revived and kicked back into shape. Someone is feeling like they need to surrender their power of choice to the divine with complete trust, instead of giving their willpower to an external force out of fear of making their own choices. Someone has to make some kind of risky, daring decision, while the other one is just moving on because they've left it in the past. They're not, and I don't think the feminine energy is wanting to, I mean, I feel like there's an openness to communicate, to be lighthearted and forgive, but I'm not so certain. There's uncertainty about the beginning in March. But it's y'all birthday. Happy birthday, y'all. It just looks like at least y'all got y'all pinnacle. I don't know what to tell you. There's just a sense of like to feel self-empowered and not to fear that, to not sabotage the situation any more than I feel like someone already probably sabotaged the situation to bring some kind of conflict, that there is a need of forgiveness here, but to feel self-empowered, to make the necessary decisions, to free yourself from any kind of limiting thought on the matter, and to stay true to what you want, what you believe, what you feel your heart is feeling called for you to be taking action towards, to enact some kind of change, to go after what you desire, your goals, your motives. Understand where your motives are coming from. Like, where is your intention on doing these things? Or are you using money as an excuse to not take action? Because this seems like you have what it is necessary. Like, you have what you need. I just feel like sure-footed steps and to act based on your values, based on your beliefs, and also freeing yourself from outmoded beliefs. Okay, I hope that resonates for you, pile number, what? Shut the fuck up. Water signs. I hope that resonates for you for this whole little monthly reading. And let me know by liking, sharing, subscribing, and hitting the bell to know when I'll post again. Yeah, I appreciate you coming on this video, taking time to spend that with me, you know, and, you know, have a blessed rest of your day. Happy birthday.